Hey, Tony Gas is here, popping in 5:40 a.m. and headed to the airport. Got to fly to Washington, D.C. doing a presentation at the Black Coaches Association. It's athletic coaches, not life coaches, and doing a presentation on work-life balance and purpose for the coaches. Tomorrow on Friday, it's Thursday, and been getting a lot of questions about it. I've seen a few times now people ask me if I'm gonna do talks with Tony again, and eventually I will. I just don't have the capacity right now, just because the questions be very draining, and I sit on the phone all day doing that live right now. So I'm in my coaching season, and I'm coaching probably 7 to 10 hours a day. So I really don't be having it in me to read a story, and then when you do this all the time. Oh, now remember the link in the description. If you have not invested in the channel and you want to, don't forget. At least you won't be able to say I let you forget. You'll see it right at the top, the first link. So join us. And when you in a season like this right here, and you sitting on the phone all day and you coaching, and the way my sessions are right now, what a lot of people don't realize is it's back to back. So I don't have a single second between the video, between the sessions. And that was my fault by not setting up my calendar properly and giving myself a buffer. But it was also sort of intentional, because I wanted to be able to help as many people as I could. So I'm literally in something that should be documented right now, but I'm not documenting it, of just a complete exploration of serving others. And serving others, and if you talk to my clients, you know, we're on the phone, but if you talk to my clients, they'll let you know we really get deep, and we get a lot of work done, and we get a lot of clarity, and we able to really talk through things, whether it's a relationship situation or a business situation. And I'm hanging up and getting on the next call. And if it run over, I gotta text my next client, hey, running 5 minutes behind, 10 minutes behind, 15 minutes behind, and then boom, right back at it. So today, the reason why my flight, it leave at 7, board at 6:20, but the reason why I'm going so early today is because I start coaching at 1, and I'm probably coaching till either 1 to 9 or 1 to 10. And so when you coaching like that, got to get in on time. And what I found, now to God be the glory, like yesterday, maybe two clients maybe missed a session or rescheduled a session. Sometimes it's 2 or 3 clients that missed a session because they scheduled this in November or something, and they forgot about it, you know, and didn't have the date. And so that's always a pleasant surprise, because I get a break, and I look at it as God looking out for me. And right now I do have more work than I can do, and it's a lot on me, and I'm doing a lot at one time. And it's kind of one of them things where, you know, you could crash out or you can build up. So like raising funds right now for the channel, and then also raising funds for the nonprofit, and having both of those things on my shoulder at the same time, when really you should only be doing one or the other. And one is a for-profit raise and one is a non-profit raise. And so doing that at the same time, and then also serving clients all day, and then having clients, you know, waiting on you in customer service because I have to approve those answers. So it's a lot going on, and a lot of times people don't talk about that part of it. And it's a lot of talk about delegation, but for me, being someone who is a scientist and who studies humans, I really just can't afford to have people in my business. And so that's why I do my customer service, you know, and I gotta approve everything. I can't delegate my destiny. You know, I can't have people in my business and they going and they reading the emails, and it's like, oh, this person wrote in and they got this right here situation going on, and then having an assistant Googling that person, finding their Facebook, and then just telling their best friend, oh, look at this right here, look at this woman, she wrote in and she dealing with this celebrity, that coach. And then next thing you know, that information that came to me that's supposed to be confidential, and that just was a person only way to reach me, now it's on a blog. And so that's why I do my own work, and very intentional about that. And that's why I use YouTube. You know, YouTube is a video diary. You know, I'm able to come on here and talk. And the crazy thing about it is it's almost like the Truman Show. I never seen it, but you know, just from what I understand of it, in a sense of like the whole world watching my life. Meaning, I be on here talking like I'm talking to a small group of people, and I'm showing, you know, my real personality and cracking jokes, and we talking and whatever, and showing my real personality and stuff. But it's really hundreds of thousands of people that's watching me. You know, I get over 1 million views a month, some months on YouTube, and I'm be on the video saying stuff and cutting up and talking very unadulterated, as if I'm talking to a small circle of 5 people or close friends. And it's a lot of scrutiny that come with that, and people waiting on you to fail, people waiting on you to say something that'll counsel you forever. And so moving without that fear, you know, not having that fear, because you got to think about it, like I work in corporate too. So even me going up here to speak at the Coaches Association, that's corporate. So if I said something that was like very derogatory, they would have to separate themselves from me and be like, well, Tony, we can't have you come speak because you said this. And that's a reality of life. And then I have a dream of being a full-time life coach for a sports team on the college level, where they actually listen, not the pro level. I done did that before. They don't listen because they're making too much money, and that's their goal. College level, now they making too much money too, but you know, they still will listen to a degree. And that's a organization, you know, that's an institution. So it's like I speak on things, and I speak against certain things that they may have to support and promote for inclusivity. And so I run the risk of, you know, alienating myself and not being able to climb vertically in the industry, in the world, in the corporate spaces. And just like being a corporate speaker, you know, I could speak on certain aspects that'll motivate and drive employees, but because I show who I really am online, it stops me from being able to do that until I get. Now, when I get like a colossal following to where I'm at 10, 15, 20 million people that have chosen me and that are okay with my message, then that kind of stamps and validates your message that the public, the general public, approve of your message. And so you could get into certain industries and certain rooms, and I see some people doing that and able to get endorsement deals and brand deals, even though they have some controversial takes. And so that's what come with it. And I'm going to speak on work-life balance, and this is right here's a prime example of it, because it's Valentine's weekend, and me and my wife supposed to fly up, but Tallen made an indoor soccer team. He's already on an outdoor soccer team. He made an indoor soccer team, and they have practice on Friday night, and they have practice on Sunday, and Valentine's is Saturday. So my wife was supposed to fly up Friday. She was gonna have my dad help us out Friday, have my dad help us out Sunday. But my dad teach the Bible study on Sunday, so that would have kind of messed up his day a little bit, ran him a little close to his Bible study, run the risk of being late almost, because the thing that Tallen has is 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. and my dad live an hour away, so he really would have been pushing it big time, pulling up to the house like 2:45 and Bible study at 3. So instead of being able to spend the weekend in DC, and I had already paid $600 for a dinner experience on Valentine's night, instead of being able to spend the weekend in DC, I have to go up today, Thursday, get in the hotel, coach all day, eat while I'm coaching. May get to eat a little something after coaching, but probably not, because it'll be late. Or I may just fast all day, just do a water fast, drink a bunch of water, just fast and detox, which I could do when I'm not around my wife, because it's like warrior mentality. And when you around the women and kids, it's hard to be a warrior when you around the women and kids, because what it takes to be a warrior is another level of sacrifice and discipline. And so you run the risk of alienating yourself and just looking strange and looking crazy, and they don't really get it, and then it kind of imposes on their lifestyle and make them feel uncomfortable of drinking Coca-Cola, eating fast food in front of you while you fasting. So it's almost like be like what you be around, and you can't really bring warrior ways around the women and children. And so, but being up here in this hotel, I could fast all day if I want to, and fast until through my speech tomorrow, which is 10 in the morning. And then after that, check out the hotel. I could have asked for another night and just stay until my flight, but just to save them some money, I don't necessarily have to do it. I'm still thinking about that. May have them give me one more night, and then check out the hotel and head on to the airport. Boom, fly on back home, be home Friday night, Valentine's morning, and then back at it, in time for Valentine's. So working all day, coaching, providing for the family, doing the fundraise for the channel, the investment for my supporters, doing the fundraiser for the boys program. We get started on that the end of next month, and doing those things and all at one time. And then have to keep my own mental health and keep my own relationship. So what do I have to do? Like, I brought me a book with me, kick back and read. got to pray, got to read my Bible, and I got to take time. You know, I got to take time for myself, and then got to take time. So like tomorrow, after I'm done speaking, after I check out the hotel, I'll probably find a movie theater in DC, go watch a movie, go sit down, watch a movie, have something to eat at the theater, you know, or go do something, go to a museum, or until my flight, you know, go do me something like that right there. And give me some decompression. I don't have any calls tomorrow because I had them blocked off the 13th because I knew Valentine's weekend, so it might be something. So the 13th was blocked off, ironically, but the 14th somehow had got on there. So I had a couple of clients that had booked on Valentine's, which I'm not sure what they was thinking. I don't know if they was just thinking like, oh wow, Tony really dedicated, he gonna work on Valentine's Day and he the love coach. I don't know really what they was thinking, but you know, folks they'll take what you give them. They like, hey, it's open. Maybe they got different plans. Maybe they doing something on the 15th, or maybe they just really need the money, and maybe he working before the dinner date, or you know, folks will take what you give them, and can't blame them. So got to cancel those sessions on Valentine. And I had them booked DC and all of that, our Valentine's dinner, and I'm back to back all day long. So me not having an assistant, I don't have anybody that go book my flights for me, you know, and take care of my flights. And so, and then because I coach non-stop all day, I got people writing me throughout the day, you know, my VIP clients, business partners, colleagues, people who need me. So I have to answer messages in between coaching sessions and be able to, and if it's my wife or something like that, I got to answer it during the coaching session. And so that creates a lot of mental juggling and could create some angst. But God has called me to it, and he give me what I need to be able to do what I need to do. It's completely foggy, so can't even barely see. And so that's just the balance right there. You know, having to do everything. And I haven't counted up my companies, because some of the companies are seasonal throughout the year. But I probably got at least 7 to 10 companies, and it could be up to 15, and I just ain't doing my due diligence. But I know my main companies that I work with every day, I believe it's 5 companies. So I run 5 companies just on a daily, and then I have some other fringe companies, well, kind of 6 right now, because we got the tech company that's kind of doing our thing over there on my end. But then for my clients, we building apps for my clients. And so basically running 6, 7 companies by myself. And that's why I'm doing the Solopreneur Mastermind that starts in April. You can sign up for that if you want to build your brand, build your business, on TonyGassinsAcademy.com. Grab your spot in the Solopreneur. But that's why I'm doing it, because to teach people that you can. If I could do all of this, you ain't got to do everything I'm doing. But if I could do all of this, you can build your company, your brand by yourself if you want to.
Please touch screen for ticket.
It's not easy, but it is doable. And you just have to be willing to put in the work. Got to be willing to put in the work. Got to be willing to do that. And is it gonna be easy? Not, absolutely not. Not gonna be easy. Is it doable? Absolutely, it's doable. And you just got to be willing. You know, you got to be ready and willing to put the work in. At the airport, they be saying this level here closed. I don't know why they be saying that, but I be coming on over here. And I'm glad the car behind me didn't follow me. Cause like, hey, don't do what I do, do what I say do. Be copying me now. But they be saying it closed, but I guess it be full and they be forgetting to turn the sign off, because it definitely be a bunch of cars on here. So I'm like, well, how is it closed, y'all? And all these cars here. But hey, God bless you. I'm here. Board in 19 minutes. To God be the glory. I am TSA pre-check. And I just got to carry on with nothing over the 3.4 ounce limit. I'm going to take my book. Now, see, I'm not going to read too much of the book, but I do that just to look normal, just to look regular, so that people think that I'm like them. And so that y'all think that I need that. Because people be like, Tony, make sure, make sure you do this and make sure you do that. And it's like, yeah, I get all that. But when you call to something, you gift it differently. And so it's the power of the Lord. Like, when God calls you, he gives you a supernatural strength that other people who don't have your calling will never be able to understand. So if you're not coaching 7 to 10 hours a day, and you don't have a coach yourself, then I got my dad, which is my coach, but it's not a formal coach, then you would not ever understand it, because you wouldn't be able, you just can't wrap your head around it. It's like, hold on, Tony, that don't make no sense. Like, you giving out. What you putting back in? And so that's what God take and fill you up. And I'm not filling up with sex or pornography, any of that right there. It don't take all that. It take the willingness and the obedience to the Lord. And then what I'll do is I'll take me a little trip. Like me going up here, just give my wife some time to by herself, give her some time to miss me, give me time to miss her. And when I get in the hotel room, I can eat how I want to eat. If that's nothing, then I eat nothing. And I don't have to worry about, my wife being like, no, you need to eat. We eating this. You gonna eat, you want some of this? And me having to be the oddball, I could eat nothing, drink nothing. If I want to dry fast, water fast, be in the wilderness, I could do that. So, hey, God bless you. Keep your head up. We'll talk soon.